Hey, YouTube. So, we all know that the Memphis Grizzlies have been given a villain role, right? They've definitely taken the heel side of things, but why does no one like Dylan Brooks? Let's find out.
Grizzlies have become one of the most hated teams in the NBA. Dylan Brooks
Let's
has
find
managed
out.
to go beyond and became the most hated player in the NBA. He has had moment after moment after moment after moment.
He needs to be
seemingly
dealt
the
with.
entire NBA. Now he's
He
trying
needs
to
to be
KO
dealt
players. Not even with just the players. If you're higher NBA, now he's trying to KO players. Not even
That's
with
not
just
legal.
the players. If you're a fan or cameraman, you can get some too, apparently. And I'm not the only one who's noticed. Fans everywhere hate this man. Harden's even confused at the flopping. And most notably, recently saying that Draymond talks a lot, gets away with a lot, and that if you put him anywhere else besides Golden State, you're not gonna know who Draymond is. Even though if you just go back to the beginning of Dylan's career,
I want to be like Draymond Green for this team.
I don't like anything to do with them. You get the point. You're a fan.
so basically, once he got a bit of success, he forgot his roots. Alright,
Bro.
this is just sad.
Stupid.
Draymond called Brooks an idiot.
If you ever wondered why the Memphis Grizzlies is not ready to compete for a championship, look no further than this idiot right here.
And remember, before the Shan Sharp beef in 2021, Dylan Brooks flexed on LeBron, and LeBron was like, "Who the hell are you?" and proceeded to cross and score on Dylan, then called him too small. When LeBron is out here celebrating in retaliation, you know you messed up. And if
You
you're
done
liking the
pissed off the
content,
king.
subscribe, because over 75% of you aren't. Trying to hit 1 mil in 2023, plus 2 important videos coming next week. In fact, Dylan Brooks had single-handedly united everyone in rooting for Kyrie Irving, the NBA's most polarizing player, to whoop Dylan after Brooks called him out for no reason. It's a lack of respect for the rest of the NBA that has other players heated. I mean, he called the Grizzlies a dynasty without even making the Western Conference Finals.
Keep building this dynasty.
Dylan, see, without even making the West.
That's one of the most saddest scores I've ever seen in my life.
Western Conference Finals.
Hey, you know it's all Luca whipping that
Dylan
ass
is
too.
nearly everywhere, to the point that I'm seeing beef on Twitter between Dylan Brooks and Theo Pinson. And that got me thinking, why am I seeing two role players beef on my timeline?
Boy, ain't no way.
Just how did Dylan Brooks become the most hated player in the NBA? Because the answer to that is more than just a couple of feuds. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Dylan's antics are having some actual consequences for the Grizzlies. He's averaging 14.2 points a game on 39% from the field. Okay, that's
Damn.
fast, but his defense is what's supposed to be his calling card. Sometimes there's a player that annoys other players, but his defense is what's supposed to be his calling. Sometimes there's
That
a
look like
player
me.
that annoys other players and fans through their action. Think Grayson Allen and him injuring player. Think Patrick Beverly when he dove into Russ's knees after a timeout. Think Marcus Smart's flopping. Then there are those that talk a lot, like Booker, who also frustrates everyone by only talking when he's up. But right now, we're seeing everything in Dylan Brooks. Remember this great defense and hustle with the clear nut.
There you go,
Everything in
Donovan.
Dylan Brooks. Remember this.
Bro, lamest shit I ever saw in my life. I was watching that game. Lamest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Great defense and hustle with the clear nut shot. Donovan Mitchell said,
Him and I have had our personal battles for years. Quite frankly, I've been busting his ass for years.
and Mitchell
There you
is
go.
right.
Tuck your
He had
shit,
beef
Don.
with Brooks since seemingly his early days in the NBA and has been busting him for a long time now. Kind of like when Mitchell averaged nearly 29 points per game on 45% shooting from 3 during the 5 games he squared off against Brooks in the 21 playoffs.
Donovan's
And
so
yeah,
good.
that includes 30 points in nearly 3 straight games to close out Memphis and kick him out of the playoffs.
He needs his
And
flowers.
let's not forget, Donovan let him know. So yeah, Mitchell's gonna remember all
Mm-hmm.
the antics Dylan's doing right now. But okay, he's in the East. The Grizzlies are fine in the West. So what about Dylan saying he has to sell for Kyrie because Doncic is out, saying, I want to see what he's all about. So I can't wait to pick him up full every single time and see him get exhausted. Okay, again, why can't you just
Kyrie
respect
don't get
stars
tired.
who have done significantly more than you? The first matchup between the two after those comments, Kyrie dropped 20 20 points in the first half, going right at
Oh.
Of course, Dillion stepped on Kyrie's foot later in the game, re-aggravated an injury, and Kyrie didn't play well in the fourth. The struggling Mavericks blew a 16-point lead, and the Grizzlies won. After a game, Brooks and
Dirty
Kyrie
play.
did a jersey swap, except Kyrie never took Dillion's jersey. You can't make this up. Now, if these guys face off in the playoffs, I can't wait to see what Luka does to him.
That's still
especially
disrespectful.
Since Dillion said that Luka isn't ready to come to a physical game. Why are you provoking it? This attitude that Luka is playoffs, I can't wait to see what Luka does to him, especially since Dillion said that Luka isn't ready to come to a physical game. Why are you provoking it? This attitude that he's more important to the team than he actually is, especially with that.
That's a dead man walking.
This is what is infuriating everyone. But this is who Dillon Brooks has always been since his college days. Brooks is from Canada and was the #1 ranked Canadian prospect, leading Team Canada in scoring during the 2015 FIBA America tournament. He came to the US for his senior year in high school in 2013 and went to the University of Oregon, and during his Oregon career, he fully embraced the villain Brooks role, getting ejected for a nut kick, getting a scolding from Coach K for shooting this three when the game was over, and of course, the GOAT scolding from Coach K for shooting this three when the game was over, and of course, the GOAT flop that would make Marcus Smart jealous. He also threw a little elbow that wasn't Meta World Peace level, but we can add to the evidence. Yeah, Dillon Brooks was a college villain. Some of those same actions that we are seeing today. And if you don't want to stink like Dillon Brooks, what happened? Or after a bowling session, I got you with Native, the sponsor of today's video that's gonna make you smell nice with their aluminum-free deodorants.
Alright, we're gonna skip the ad, but I'm paused just in case, you know. You feel me? Look, the sun's about to come out over here, okay? Everybody use your deodorant, alright? Anyway. Wait, hold up. Candy shop. What the fuck? Is that for men? Alright, either way. Here we go.
Especially if y'all hooping, get some deodorant. He arrived to the grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies, a second-round pick in 2017, and fit right in, starting for them after only 8 games. Brooks was named a rising star, and after back-to-back losing seasons, landed Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja, and Memphis 2.0 was born. There was a lot of optimism coming into the 2019-20 season, so much that the Grizzlies organization decided to add veteran leadership in the form of Andre Iguodala. Unfortunately, Iggy had other plans. He decided not to play for the Grizzlies, preferring to join a real contender, and Dillon called him out, saying that he couldn't wait for him to be traded so that he could play against him. After a trade, Brooks took one more shot, saying, "We have a player who wants to actually play with us and thinks we're good." And this was all normal. I mean, Iggy was sort of in the wrong. The Grizzlies did say they would trade him soon, but they didn't, which made a whole issue, but this would lead to some fun matchups with the Warriors. But that's getting ahead. Dillon started really annoying players in 2021, starting with Damian Lillard. Dillon's elbows got Dame frustrated, talking to the ref, and gave him the death stare. He even had some words for him afterwards.
Yo, Dame ain't
the
no
Grizzlies
bitch.
finished the 21 season with a winning record for the first time since 2017. Up until this point, the Grizzlies were an up-and-coming team since 2017.
He still almost bust his ass.
Until this point, the Grizzlies were an up-and-coming team, and in the playoffs, Dillon went after his former teammate and one of the nicest guys in the league, Mike Conley, with a headbutt in Game 1. Again, why? Game 3, Mike Conley was talking back, and Dillon even did an AI step over after a foul? Alright. The Grizzlies lost this series badly, and I mean badly. But they went into the 2022 season feeling themselves, and everyone thought they were next up. They went into the 2022 season feeling themselves, and everyone thought they were next up. Brooks had run
Hey, you got
with
like
the refs
team
in
chemistry
December,
like that,
but was on
even if they're doing
behavior
shit like
until
this.
getting into it with Booker a couple weeks
Still
before
chemistry.
the playoffs start. The 2022 playoffs were Dillon's stage to shine, or well, fall. The Grizzlies faced the Warriors in the second round. In Game 2, Brooks pushed Gary Payton while he was up in the air, which led to a fractured left elbow. Steve Kerr said that Brooks broke the code. Ex-NBA players like Matt Barnes and Jay Reg agreed, and Brooks was suspended for the foul as he should have been. And this just showed his lack of care for his fellow NBA players. Sure, if you want to be a dick, be one, but don't hurt players in the process. A couple of games later, Aaron Brooks now shoved Steph Curry to the ground. Clay took exception and got in his face, and Brooks officially became enemy number one in Golden State. The Warriors won the series, and Brooks came into this season grumpier than ever. It's almost as if he used that moment, the idea of becoming a villain to a team, to restart his menace tendencies. He leaned into it because before that series, there were only a few incidents over 4 years, and now after missing the first 3 games of this season, he has wasted no time getting into his playoff form, getting into a confrontation with KD during Dillon's first game of the season, and then a shot to the head of Anthony Edwards had Ant telling Ja's dad to tell Brooks to relax? What? A couple of weeks later, he got into it with Chris Middleton of all people. All this rage led to a much anticipated Christmas Day showdown with the Warriors. You know, the one that Ja and the Grizzlies wanted? Dillon did his best to hype the game up by calling out Clay, saying he wanted that matchup since Steph was out and Clay had been talking. Clay got a last laugh in this game, celebrating over Brooks in a 14.
And I hate supporting the Warriors, but in this,
4 days later, he took his act across the borders as he got into it with Siakam in Toronto. He even got booed by his fellow Canadians.
making them look bad.
Another sort of dirty play after the whistle.
In Toronto.
Lost in all this mess is his actual on-court play. Brooks has a lot of confidence. Too much, some might say. He has a habit of shooting the Grizzlies out of games. The Memphis fan base has certainly noticed as he was booed at home for his shot selection. What is that
Right,
shot
I don't get how he
selection, bro?
isn't
looks
banned
like he's
either.
chucking the ball at this point. He ain't reaching into the cookie jar on his follow through, he covering the jar. But he has legitimately also shot his
The league
team
knows
out
they
of
gotta keep
playoff
somebody
games.
like this in
Like
the
literally
game.
in game 4 against the Warriors when he shot 5 of 19 from the field on several, and I mean several bad shots. Airballing.
It's like, what the hell?
But Brooks said he gets booed everywhere, so it doesn't affect him.
Yeah, I get booed everywhere.
But it does. Look at Dillon's reaction to Shannon Sharp. In December, Shannon Sharp echoed the sentiments we're all thinking.
The Grizzlies do a lot of talking for his team that's not won anything.
And 1 month later, Shannon in his cardigan drip was courtside for a Lakers-Grizzlies game. Dillon Brooks was guarding LeBron, and Shannon said he couldn't guard him in a non-PC way. Dillon cursed back at him, so much for being unfazed. Ja came over, Steven Adams came in between, and as Shannon was getting escorted out, Ja's dad T. Morant also started talking, but according to Shannon, they didn't want the smoke. T and Shannon hugged out afterwards, the Lakers came back and won, but Dillon called Shannon a NFL Hall of Famer, a pedestrian. Shannon Sharp won 2 Super Bowls, more championships than you've been. Pedestrian. Shannon Sharp won
That 2 automatically did not hit my ear right.
2 Super Bowls,
There
more
we go.
championships than you've been to the conference final. Shannon Class Act came out and
Ridiculous.
apologized. Dillon Brooks, public menace, stood by his word. The circus rolled on to Philadelphia.
Hey, you gotta put
as
respect
he
on
got
Uncle
into
Shay
a
Shay's
scuffle
name.
with Harden 3 minutes into the
They
game,
almost
and then
kissed.
later with Embiid. Whoever your favorite player is, there's a good chance that he's had an issue with Dillon Brooks. The crazy part is that all of this has been
go,
happening
Don. There you go,
this
Don.
season.
Let him
Just
know.
2 weeks later, he was
Excuse
getting
me.
into it with another MVP favorite, getting a
My bad.
Jokic finger to his face. Mainly
I still
because he
remember
was
that game.
literally pulling and arm-barring Jokic, which has caused shoulder dislocations for other players. Again, he don't care.
Oh, God.
Jokic,
Cleveland, look
which
away.
has caused shoulder dislocations
Cleveland, look away.
for other players.
Yo, Kelly Olynyk, bro. I don't know where you at. Fuck you.
Again, he don't care. He would earn his 16th technical foul of the season, which is an automatic suspension and loss of game check, which for him is a cool 78 grand. And no teammates paying. From this point, every 2 techs is an auto suspension. Certainly he would learn his lesson, right? No.
You don't
2 weeks
care.
later, in San Antonio, he tried to fight the entire Spurs organization on his way to his 17 tech. Okay, but 17 isn't 18, so he has wiggle room. Well, he waited a whole 4 days before deciding to mock the Dallas bench on a May 3. He said after a game, he was talking to Theo Pinson, who was in his high school class, and I'm assuming used to dominate him. He made sure to call him a cheerleader and earned tech number 18, another 78,000 loss. But if you're wondering how much he's lost in fines in his career, he's up to 514,000. Half a mil. Even more impressive than that is the fact that he's gotten into it with 14 teams so far. And if you count his home fans booing him, that's 15 fan bases that have a reason to hate him. Dillon Brooks lives on. At this point, it's a bad concert tour. Dillion is getting more
said a
attention
bad
than ever,
concert.
but for the wrong reason. But forcing this attitude of the villain is screaming for more attention when the Grizzlies right now need anything but. Be an enforcer, yeah, but don't
Dude,
bring on
and
more
beat
trouble.
his
But even then,
ass.
that's only the icing on the cake compared to the several dangerous plays with a lack of remorse. It's why all the players hate him. The all-day notification watch out goes to Big Wiggy. Thanks for the all-day support. If you want to know how the NBA is failing us right now, there's a video right here. And if you're still here, you're a real one to comment pedestrian, so I know. It's your boy MJ.
Hey.
We out.
Hey, MJ, that was good, dog. That was fire. All right, YouTube, you already know what time it is. It's time for you to hit the noti bell, get to know me well. Ain't nothing left to say. Everybody have a blessed day. Love y'all. I'm out. Peace.